everyone, it's Mona here at Craft Klatch, and today is Friday. That means it is another Coaster Friday. Today we're going to do some shark coasters for Shark Week, and we're going to use an image transfer method. I learned how to do this technique back in the day when they still had craft shows on HGTV. So this was quite some time ago. So I had made, at that time, I made these little cat coasters. These were drawings that I did, and then I just transferred it onto these stone tiles. So they're perfect for coasters. They've lasted a lot of years. Today we're going to do two shark versions of those coasters. You can find lots of royalty-free shark images online, and that is what I did. I found these two, and we're going with kind of a photograph look. And I sized them to be about the size of the tile, which is 4 by 4, and I'm just going to cut them right out. The fun thing about transferring it onto the stone is the irregularity of the stone is going to give you some fun effects on it, and it's going to make it look a little old-worldy anyway. The whole process is pretty simple. So I'm going to use this gloss gel, and you can do a matte medium gel, and I'm using images that I printed off my laser printer. You can also take it to like a copy store and have a color copy made, or a black and white. That works too. I know some people do it with inkjet. I've not tried it with inkjet, so I can't give you any tips on how to do that. So I'm going to take my medium here and put it on there. I want a nice thick coat. I'm going to go all directions. And then I'm going to put it on my image too. Now this is where, if you were doing it on using an inkjet, this is where you might run into problems because it would probably smear your image. And I know some people don't put it on the image. I do like to put it on the image. Okay, now I'm going to put it down. Now I'm going to rub it down. You can take a credit card to rub it down, whatever you happen to have. You just want to make sure you've got everything nice and rubbed down. Okay, now we're putting that aside. We're going to do the other one. And I did wipe the tiles clean before I started doing this, just to make sure there wasn't any extra dust or anything on there that didn't need to be on there. Now the important thing is you don't want to get this stuff onto the back of your image. Because then you're going to seal that paper to it, and we don't want to do that. Now here's a tip also, if you're doing anything with any writing on there, you want to print out the reverse. So the writing would be backwards, but if it's just an image and you don't care what direction it goes, then don't worry about that. Now we want to let it sit until it's good and dry. Our tiles have dried. Now all I need to do is get the tile wet, the paper wet, and let it really start to soak in. Then you want to just start rubbing it. And eventually the paper is going to start to peel off. And you can start to see the shark coming through. Now I can start to see the shark image, and it didn't stick to all of the edges, which is good. I didn't really want it to because I didn't put any of the gel gloss medium on those edges. So here's the thing. Even though you're able to see through here, you're not done yet. I promise you there's still a lot of white left, so keep going. Keep rubbing. Okay, when you think you have it, and you're able to wipe off all of these little white fuzzies, then go ahead and let it dry. And that'll tell you whether or not you did actually get it. And this shark looks like he's just sort of coming out of the deep dark. So he's a very subtle shark. Okay, I'm going to set that one aside, and I'm going to start working on this one. So now he's starting to come through a little bit too. So here's the other shark. He's still coming through. And the cool thing about using these tiles is that because they have different color variations and imperfections, on lighter pictures and stuff, some of that is going to show through a little bit even more. Like right here, that's part of the tile. And it just makes it look really cool, I think. And this one has started to dry, and you can see how foggy it looks. All I'm going to do is add some more water. That just means I haven't gotten it all off yet. This one still has a little bit of that foggy, misty look to it, but I was starting to get some blue off, so I knew I'd gone far enough. And I'm going to take dishwasher safe Mod Podge. It looks like this. I'll have it linked down in the description below. So you just want to follow directions. And once I put this on here, that extra whiteness is going to go away. So it's basically just what it looks like when it's wet. And if you feel like it's too thick and you're getting streaks, just add a little water to your brush and it should level everything off. You can use different sealers as well. I'm just using this one because it should be pretty durable and it will dry perfectly clear. And you can do multiple coats if you want, whatever you feel is best for your project. And you can use really bold images as well. These are a little bit more subtle photographs. And then you just want to let them dry. The shark coasters are sealed, and I'm not sure how well you can see them on camera here, but here's the one, and it looks like he's emerging from the deep blue sea. And here's the other one looking like he's hopping right out, coming to get you. And the nice thing about it is they have this old world look to them, and that's because of the tile. So these have kind of a subtle look to them. And remember, you can certainly do images that have a higher contrast, like if you want to do like your kids' artwork or perhaps some of your own artwork. And if you went black and white, high contrast, that would be pretty cool too. Be sure to let me know what you think of these down in the comments below, and let me know if you're watching Shark Week. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you like the shark coasters, and I hope you give that technique a try. And you can do it with anything. I did it with sharks, but you can do it with any kind of an image. You could do it with photographs of family, kids, anything you want. And I will see you next time. Remember, life is too short not to shimmer. So grab your glue gun and your glitter. Stay safe. Bye, guys.